I think we're all familiar with the 2-bucket wash method. It's by far one of the most popular wash method when you get into proper car care. And I mean, I first started reading about that back in 2011, 2010. So it's been around for a very long time. It's like the standard of what to do to properly care of your vehicle. Now, does that mean it is absolute truth? Does it mean that this is by far the only way to take care of your vehicle? No. A lot of things that are taught in the detailing industry are just things that one person did and it gets repeated over and over and over. There is no science in terms of how do you actually take care of a vehicle. One works for one person, and it works for another person, another way works for another person. It just comes down to preference, and does that reach your goal and the intention that you wanted it to accomplish? That's all that matters. So in this video, I'll share with you how we do our wash process now. It's evolved over the years. If you go back all the way in my YouTube channel, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see that I used to just do rinseless washes with just one bucket and no pressure washer, no garden hose. Then I started, doing different methods, and then now, so many years later, we're doing a different wash process. It's the point of, evolving and doing different things and, getting new tools and products. So yes, it's changed over time, not a big deal. Your system will change over time, not a big deal. So the basic premise with the 2-bucket wash method is you have a clean water bucket and then the soapy bucket. And you'll dunk the wash mitt into the soap, wash the vehicle. And then you'll put that wash mitt into the rinse it off, and then dunk it into your wash bucket, and then repeat that process over and over. Now, one, you are using a lot more water by default. If you fill up those 5-gallon buckets, even to half the water, that's 2.5 gallons each, so that's 5 gallons in total. A lot of times people are filling it up more than that, so it could be whatever, 6, 7, 8, 9 gallons of water. On top of that, you might be rinsing, foaming, and all that, so it is a lot of water usage, but that's not the primary point why we don't use the 2-bucket wash method. Second is that, to a degree, there'll still be some debris caught in the wash mitt. Even when you rinse it, you wring it all out and stuff, there's still going to be debris to some extent on the wash mitt. So to some degree, you're still introducing that debris back onto your paint surface after you rinse it and dunk it back into the soapy solution. Now, that's not to say that the 2-bucket wash method doesn't work. Again, it just comes down to preference. You do whatever you want to do and what feels right, and that's all that matters. But for us, instead, we do is for the most part, okay, we foam the vehicle down. We have one bucket full of clean, brand new microfiber towels. We have our wash solution in there, and that bucket 100% of the time always stays clean. And I don't mean we rinse out and then dunk it back in here. No, I mean it 100% stays clean. No dirty towel to any degree is introduced back to that bucket at all. So we'll have, let's say it's a Corolla, we're gonna use, 4 wash mitts. We'll take a wash mitt, it's gonna be full of soap because it has our wash solution in there, right? And we activate the suds. So we're gonna fold it into, we're gonna fold it to a square, right? Each side will be a wash side. We do, let's say, one panel, flip it to the other side. Wash that panel, flip it to the other side. Wash that panel, flip it to the other side. Now us, we use a new towel every single time we wash the vehicle. After we wash the vehicle, that towel goes into the interior cycle, and now just for interiors. Up to you if you just want to keep on recycling those strictly wash towels, up to you. As long as it's doing what you want it to do, you make that call. Now let's say we're working on a vehicle that has been corrected and coated, not much debris or dust on the vehicle, but still getting washed, maintenance washed. Well, in that situation, we might just foam the vehicle down, rinse it off with the pressure washer, and then air blow it and not touch it at all, right? If it fits that bill, right? If it fits that situation. Other times we might have to pre-spray the vehicle with APC, rinse it, then foam it, and do the wash process. So overall, for the most part, we're just doing this system. Foam it down, wash with towels, and done. Now as far as drying it, we have one big drying towel, and then we use a blower. The blower is there to just blow off the standing water in the tight areas, right? It's not there to dry the vehicle, like I said, unless it's corrected and coated, but that's for just, you know, that's like, we already know that's for the most part gonna take place depending on the car we're working on. If it has been corrected, it's just never been properly cared for, we're just gonna blow off the water with the blower and do the majority of the drying with the towel. Now, depending on the service that we're doing, or if you want to implement this, on our premium washes, we will add a spray wax when we're drying the vehicle. That would, like, we don't dry the vehicle then apply spray wax. As we're drying, we apply the spray wax. That way it gives us some level, minimal, but some level of shine and protection from just the spray wax. And a frequent question I get is, hey, there's water spots on the vehicle. If I'm washing the vehicle, how do I take them off? Am I supposed to take them off? And if there's already water spots on the vehicle, a wash is not going to do it. For the most part, a wash is not going to take off the water spots. So that would be an extra service, an additional service that you'd have to perform to remove the water spots. So if your client's like, hey, I have water spots, can you take it off with the wash? Most likely not. It's going to need some level of machine polishing. So if you see water spots, or if the customer says there's water spots, it's not going to come off with the wash. Now, if you're worried that you're going to wash the vehicle and there's going to be water spots left behind because it's hot outside, the odds of you creating those water spots right then and there, within minutes of like the vehicle drying because of the sun, they should be able to come off. Meaning, if you see water spots after you cleaned off the vehicle and you couldn't see it beforehand because it was dirty, those water spots were probably already there. You did not create those water spots. It takes a while. Like, you don't put water, even if it is hot like here in Texas, and it's drying out the vehicle, it's not gonna like instantly like concrete the water spots into the paintwork, and then you're trying to wipe it down and it's not gonna come off. It'll still come off. So if you see water spots after you wash it and you think it's you, most likely it's not. Maybe in an extreme situation it could be, but for the most part it's not. I've never had a problem where the vehicle and using not DI water, right? Like we use DI water in our wash process now, in the water tank that we carry, all DI water. But even when I was just using tap water, I never had like water spots form on the paint when the sun was beating down on it super hard. So I've never had that situation, which is why I'm telling you that. So just take that for what it is. You most likely did not create the water spots if you didn't let the water sit there for a long period of time to dry. At least that's my experience. So I'll leave all the links to the products that we use down in the description box. You can also check out my podcast. You can look at my Instagram, and you can download the ultimate guide to start your detailing business. All those will just be linked down below. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave those in the comment section about the process, the tools and products, or whatever the other questions you have, and I'll try to get to them some point in time. So I'll talk to everyone on the next one.